I have one serious question to ask. So what do you guys generally feel about the Redmi Note series? I still remember the hype and curiosity we had for the initial Redmi Note 1. Do you think that hype and anticipation still exist? Let me know through the comments. Anyway, what I have in this red box is a new Redmi Note 14 5G. This is the box. We have the case, we have the documentations, SIM tool, 45 watt Type A charger, a Type A to Type C cable, and the smartphone. It's good that they made the third camera a little small. You know what I meant. Anyways, jokes apart, the phone really feels good in hand. Back looks like glass, slightly curved around the edges. There's an embossed panel for the cameras, and here you have the Redmi branding. On top we have the secondary microphone, the IR blaster, the secondary speakers, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. In the bottom you have the SIM tray, Type C port, microphone, and the speaker. The device is IP64 rated. It looks big. It has a 6.67-inch 120Hz AMOLED Full HD Plus display. It's an HDR10 Plus display, and you have an in-display fingerprint scanner in the bottom. It comes with a Gorilla Glass 5 protection. It looks bright indoors as well as outdoors. It has a high brightness mode. At max it goes to 2100 nits of peak brightness. I don't find any issue with the visibility, and the bezels are super thin. Out of the box, the device colors are bright and vibrant, but if you want, you can choose what kind of vibrancy you want through the settings. It features dual stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos. Here is a sample audio. This time the main change even in the base variant is the primary camera. Yes, in the box you can see it's written 50MP Sony camera. This has a Sony LYT600 sensor. As we know, whichever smartphones are using this same sensor are having good camera output. In outdoor, the photos are very bright, very vibrant and sharp. I especially liked how well it manages the HDR. Even if you have bright light coming from behind of the subject, it manages the exposure really well. I'll show you a few camera samples, and overall the photos look really good. This camera sensor has optical image stabilization and electronic image stabilization, making it better even in indoor and low light conditions. One thing I would say this device could have improved is the portrait mode. The portraits are fine, but at difficult situations like edging out the spectacles, it kind of struggles. But well, this definitely could be improved by a software update. Now this also has an ultra wide camera. I think it's 8 megapixels. Compared to the output of the primary sensor, yes, the ultra wide sensor do lacks a bit, but the photos coming in the ultra wide in the outdoor conditions are good. But it's good that at least they have given an ultra wide camera. Now the third sensor which we have here is a macro camera.
Opening camera.
No, don't open camera. Now this one is a 2 megapixel macro camera, and you know what to expect, and this is what we get. But when it comes to video performance, there is a good thing and a bad thing. Now the good thing is this device has optical image stabilization and the video footages are really stable. But what I felt could have been added is a 1080p 60 fps or a 4K, because this device supports only 1080p 30 frames per second. So this is a video sample of a 1080p 30 frames per second shot on this device, and the device footage looks really stable. Coming to the front, you have a 20 megapixel selfie shooter, and the 20 megapixel selfie shooter photos are really good. When you have a harsh light from behind, initially when you take the photo you feel that it is not well exposed, but once the processing is completed, you will get good balance between the foreground and the background, so HDR performance is also nice. But this nice HDR performance I felt is only for the photos. When it comes to videos, the video footage is good, the subject is looking good, everything is proper, but when you have harsh light from the back, it kind of struggles to manage both of them. So whoever is a subject is properly exposed, but the background is kind of overexposed at some times. So during announcement they said that there are AI features which is coming in this device, but since I got this device before the launch, out of the box I did not find any of the AI features in this. I don't know if it's because it's a base variant or it might come later through an update, but as of now I don't have access to any of the AI features in this. Now talking about the software, this comes with HyperOS 14. It is based on Android 14, and overall Xiaomi device feels a little bit more snappier with this new OS. But one interesting thing I noticed in this is that there can be some more optimization in certain areas. Say if I'm opening an app, there's a 120Hz display and I have locked the refresh rate at 120Hz, but when you open the app animation seems like it's coming in a 60Hz, but when you close the app it goes back in 120Hz. So if the app can go back in 120Hz, then it could definitely open up in 120Hz, right? So there are some these kind of optimization issues. I think this can be fixed through a software update, because it might make the device feel more fluid and snappier. Well, the device has 5110 mAh battery, and the battery life is really good. Yeah, I can get a whole day running through this battery, and if you want to charge it, you have a 45 watt fast charging. You can turn this on in the settings. You have a 45 watt charger in the box along with the cable. But one thing which many people expected but Redmi surprised is in the performance department. compartment. The one which I have has a 6GB RAM and 128GB storage, but it is powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 7025 Ultra chipset. This has an Antutu score of around 5 lakhs. So in a 5 lakh Antutu score device, definitely the day-to-day performance will be good. You're browsing the social media, there is no issue in that. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, you're watching YouTube videos, calling, camera, all the day-to-day tasks run smoothly in this. There is no problem in that. And if you talk about the gaming, you can run light games, it's not an issue. And as you know, what kind of games you can play in a 5 lakh Antutu score device, right? So those can be played in this. It's mentioned India ready 5G device in this box, but I'm not sure how many 5G bands this device supports. But since it's India ready, it should support all the 5G bands which is in India. So overall, if you ask me, the device is good. There is nothing really bad to say about this device, but everything depends on what price this will be launched. If you ask me, I'll say the best price for this device would be around 15K if you want a good competition. At the time of shooting this video, I'm not sure what price this would be launched. What are the pricing is, once I get to know, I'll update it in the description or the comments. And if you're watching this after getting to know about the price, what do you feel this device is it actually worth for the price or not? Let me know through the comments. So if you're new to this channel, do subscribe and hit the bell icon. Until next time, bye bye.